Good evening, good evening, good evening.
Hey,
How's it going? Hey,
okay,
we
hopefully this
ready to
work.
go?
Okay, yeah, I don't think I hear no feedback on there. Let me share it on my page right quick and then we're gonna get started. Hey Ms. Wallace, we so happy to have you in the building tonight.
Or should we say Miss Watson?
Oh yeah, that sounds about right. Did you put it in your main description
I did.
when you started?
I did.
Uh, well, for those of you all tuned in, we want to welcome you. For those of you all who going to tune in on down in the podcast, we want to welcome you as well. A few little starting points. I am Shay Wallace. This is my co-host.
Pete Fairley.
And tonight, since we're getting on a little late and on not on our regular schedule tonight, we're just gonna jump right into it. We want to put a disclaimer on here that this is a very sensitive topic that we're talking about tonight. So if you're sensitive to rape culture or you're a young person and you really don't understand, this may not be the video for you. However, we want to take the time that we feel like this is a very necessary topic to discuss. So now that we have that out the way, want to go ahead and get started. So the main story, if any of you been on social media these last few days, I'm sure you've seen a lot about rape. The main story we want to talk about is the girl who was raped live on Facebook. We Chris Brown, he didn't got assaulted, falsely accused for rape, so they say. And I even read a story about four little young boys last night, between the ages of 12 and 14, who accused of raping a young girl that they kidnapped and raped her. So I just think it's only fitting.
And the story came out today about a nurse got a woman pregnant while she was
Yeah, the
in the clinic or whatever.
vegetative state.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. So I mean, with all that going on, and of course the R. Kelly stuff, which is stemming a lot of stories to come out, so we don't know how much is going to develop from here. But I just think it's only right that we just discuss the rape culture that's going on right now and the seriousness of it. Um, Bring awareness to it, and ultimately we got to put a stop to this because it's getting out of hand. I mean, it's been out of hand for years and years, but I mean the audacity to rape a person live on Facebook. I mean, no shame, like no remorse. Like, I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think more than all these such things that get to an all-time low is when you got people raping people in the club, live on Facebook. You got the nurse raping the woman when she at a vegetative stage. I'm just wondering what the world is coming to. I mean, and what is on these guys and different people mind of what they want people, and it's turning them on to get sex so bad at a state of that level where a person is unconscious or a person already can do something for themselves. What is going through their mind? Do they think it's that serious enough to have sex? And I think, well, I want to put out there, if your man is telling you these things, you need to be trying to go get you some help because it's clearly that you're not in the right mindset. Your mind ain't right. You need to see why that you having these type of thoughts. You need to talk to somebody and get you some counseling. But I just think it's so sad that this day and age, every woman you look at, she probably have to deal with some type of sexual assault or abuse or whatever. It just get to a point where it's just disgusting to even live in the world in which we stay. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right. I totally agree. And that's why I just feel like, I mean, it's so necessary to discuss because it's just so sickening that, I mean, have we no shame? I mean, yes, we know that things go on every day, but certain things should not be going on. And it should not be so frequent. And it should not be, well, she came to the club, she didn't have no drawers on, and she danced with me all night. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make it right. She could have came in there naked.
Well,
That don't mean you just take advantage of her.
I mean, just because the woman ain't had no drawers on, that don't mean that people that wear those drawers all the time.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. She could have came in there
yeah,
naked.
yeah.
And that don't mean he should have just took advantage of her. And I mean, I also think that it's critical for us to mention that in this instance, we need to let our children know um, to be so careful when going out because it's clearly showing him putting some in her drink. So going out, meeting people.
Yeah, meet people. Keep going. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna pick it back off there when you get through with that.
Going out, you meet people. You not watching your drink. you know, I mean, thank God she was on live, even though we would say, well, that's too much while you on live, while you in the club. But that's the only way you are able to have evidence of what really occurred to her. And everybody's having so many comments on them. I'm gonna let you say your part and I'm going because I can go on and on. So
But
I mean the main thing is that your kids know when they're going out, safety of going out, and especially in unfamiliar places. Because she wasn't even from Atlanta.
Well, one thing like I know, Mama always told us, now you going out getting these drinks, you put your cup down, you don't need to get your cup no more.
Right,
but
right,
what
right.
I think it is another thing I see from this situation is these women need to stop so-called letting these men buy them drinks and stuff and then bringing them and giving it to them. See, you already set yourself up for a bad situation. If a man brings you a drink, you ain't see him pour the drink. You don't know what's going on. By the time that drink got from the bartender to you, anything could have been going on. So we gotta realize what kind of situation we're putting ourselves in right there with that. So it just gets to a place where the world is so dangerous and people not caring about stuff. You just gotta watch yourself.
Yeah,
and watch yourself how much you drinking in public. You gotta watch yourself for the things you accepting from people. It's getting to a point where you just gotta clear to watch yourself at all times, all day long. Because people are doing anything and everything to get whatever they want to. And rape is this. But same thing when they rob you, raping and robbing. You see what I'm saying? They do
taking something that don't belong to you.
When they're raping you, they just take they get sex from you. They raping you of your sex from your sex. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like robbing.
I definitely agree.
We gotta wake up, and one thing is stop taking everything somebody give you. You know what I'm saying? Stop taking stuff from strangers. You got that going on. And you don't know this man from a can of paint. You gonna trust him to give you a drink. You see what I'm saying?
Right, absolutely.
A lot of this stuff, we got to be more use our mind and our brains a little more than we're doing.
I definitely agree. And just piggyback on what you were saying is just stop accepting things. I just think that should go no matter where you are. You can be at a house party or anywhere. If you're letting people fix you a drink or bringing you something, they know that you're unsuspecting and you're in a comfortable environment. Right. So anything can still happen. So it doesn't matter if you're in a club or you at somebody's house. As much as possible, pour your own drink. Or whatever you're participating in, have your own supplies. Because people
whatever you really do it yourself.
Right. People are really just being low down. And and try not to go nowhere by yourself. Because he didn't got her, he didn't drugged her. She didn't told him she was there by herself. And some folks were saying she had some friends that were pushing her head down when he was raping her. But I just don't well, you can't say that your friends wouldn't have done that to her, but it seemed like to me she was alone because if my friend right in front of me screaming help and stop it, you would think somebody would have intervened, even if you're in a loud club, but y'all right there. You still, when you in a club, you still right there in the same vicinity as Joe, whoever you there with.
See, and then another thing is that we didn't learn that from the freezer case, where the girl
The
got
what?
caught in the freezer or whatever. They talking about
Yeah,
friends.
it's very similar to the
They talking
Kanika
about like
Jenkins.
friends and stuff. You one thing we gotta be clear of. We gotta stop being so loose with this friend word.
Yes,
We
yes,
want to
yes,
say
yes.
friend this and friend that. We gotta watch who we call our friends.
Mm-hmm.
These folks gonna be your friend. They
Absolutely.
be waiting, praying for your downfall. They'll
Absolutely.
bring you to the
Absolutely.
ground. They trying
Absolutely.
to set
As
you
like,
up. They don't want you to have none. So
mm-hmm.
you have to be careful, just careful all these situations you put yourself in because it gets dangerous. At the same time, like I said, sometimes you can't be so equipped and ready to turn up without having your guards up. It's okay to have your guards up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Mm-hmm.
fully let loose like you could back in the day. You know what I'm saying? You're not when you're not in your own personal space, your own house. You're gonna have your own fun. You ain't got to. You can't do that. You can't just go say, "Well, I'm just gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get drunk till I pass out." It's the time.
Mm-hmm.
This is not the damn time for that.
Right.
Clearly,
So do
she.
you think
All right, go ahead.
that in 2019 people are more susceptible of things like this happening because people are more willing to do something, do something like this, rape, and feel like no consequence is gonna come against them? Do you think that the world has changed that much that people feel more liberal to do something so wrong?
I think we most susceptible to do this because we too willing to get too lit. This is the get lit time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's so
Mm-hmm.
willing to do so many different drugs, the next high, all this on different type of stuff
Mm-hmm.
until you get so lit till you're not in your own mind, you're not in your own space. We gotta get to some point where this can get turned back around. See, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
Then
it's
it
a
got to
must.
a point of now that we get so tied up with seeing how high we can get.
Mm-hmm.
And because you get so many people that be so high, they don't know what's going on.
Absolutely.
This
Absolutely.
girl here on the first time of her meet, let me tell you something. The dude is absolutely total wrong. Don't get that twisted. He 100% wrong. But on the
Yeah,
first
he
time of
is.
her meeting him, she telling him so much of her business. Well, like, where's
Right.
your ladiness there? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. I agree with that.
On the first time you meet somebody, you tell them this much of your business.
Right. And
You
not only that, you knowing
volunteering
you
the
there by
information.
yourself. Right, right, right. So I mean, you have to wonder why would he be so interested in all this? You don't know him. Y'all just hanging out and having a good time. So that's why I think it's so important that we be aware of our surroundings and just know when you feeling like something is not right. Just something that the kids got to know. Because she should have known not to be letting him know all this information that he manhandled. Every time she trying to get away from him, he putting her back in. He feeding her drink after drink, and she said, "This is only my second drink, and I'm effed up."
She it was too open for one thing. She tell them too much
Yeah.
stuff. And then if your friends is there, your friends should be willing to help you a little bit.
But I don't think nobody was there with her.
To me, look, I didn't see nobody. I didn't never see
I didn't see nobody
nobody
either, so
on
that's what I'm
stage.
saying.
So I
They couldn't
mean,
have. It couldn't have been nobody there with her. But if they was there, they need to go to jail too.
well, accomplice, there got to be accomplice or something. Cause I mean,
Yeah.
the woman clearly how to stop somebody else.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
now, and two, you don't know how they kick it and how they party. I don't know if the woman went to the restroom and she told them good. It's so much. It's just
Yeah, it's a lot of missing levels to it, but I just think it's just astonishing that a person would literally drug a person and rape them right in the middle of the dance floor. So they let you know that one thing, that wasn't his first time doing such a thing, and that this is going on more than we realize.
oh, but people praying on you every time you go out now.
Yeah, yeah. But you used to people praying on you just to try to get your number and maybe try to take you back to their house and maybe try to do that, but not just literally gonna rape you on the dance floor.
We we
You know what I'm saying?
we
Like this is
gotta
a whole
realize
new business
we
nowadays.
gotta just realize it's a new day and time. It's just unheard of what people do these
Yeah,
days, and
very
you
much true.
can't even take it for granted and say what they won't do because people do anything. People just clearly do
Mhm.
anything. You look at the man; he done got this woman pregnant in the nursing home. Come on now.
Yeah. Now, I'm just gonna say one thing. He was absolutely wrong. But when I saw his picture, I don't think he should have been working there anyway. He might have been a patient himself.
Well, we can't
So
judge the
I
book by its
mean,
color. We can't judge
you
the book.
can't judge a book by its cover. But I mean, he was absolutely wrong. I mean, I'm just so tired of these cases where nobody's paying attention. If a woman in a vegetative state, if a woman pregnant, period, eventually her stomach gonna get a little pooch in it. So
I,
you can't say, well, she eating too much because she eating whatever y'all feeding her. So somebody should have noticed something going on with her before she even went in labor.
and that's another thing I'm saying is this right here. At some point, y'all ain't taking quality care of these people, like you say.
Right.
Quality
Absolutely.
care gotta be something where y'all ain't noticed nothing of this woman.
Right. Right. Now come
I
on
think
now.
they should be at fault as well.
They right. The family should sue them as well because if they were observing her, he wasn't working that 24 hours a day. So that means the other nurse that was working with her wasn't paying her no attention. Her doctors weren't checking on her. They wasn't giving her exams how they should because you should have been in the spot of pregnancy in a whole 9 months.
Well, then you look at this right here. I mean, if they fully take care of, and now she not in order for her to be pregnant, she had to begin a cycle, right?
Exactly.
So now
Exactly.
what the report checking, what that no cycle, no this. It's so many people dropping, but that goes to all these situations where people getting raped. It leads to it's a lot of dropping of balls that's going on.
Absolutely.
People are,
Absolutely. So I think everybody need to once you become aware, you become responsible. Everybody need to take their responsibility in all avenues and people they're dealing with, work situation, all of it. Because it's stuff that's falling through the cracks that shouldn't fall through the crack. Now they couldn't stop him from probably getting her pregnant because they thinking he in there just doing his job. He in there having sex with her. Well, he in there raping her. You know what I'm saying? But they should have caught her before she had the baby. Not saying they should have, aborted the baby or whatnot, but who's to say that it could have been a healthy pregnancy?
yeah, I mean it's just I just can't believe she done went through a whole pregnancy and then nobody know.
Nobody knew. And I mean, the human body just a wonderful thing that it can give birth on its own because, she can't push, she can't do nothing in the state that she in. But that's all the more reason why they should have been checking on her more.
Yeah, I just really I just hate but as that person in that family, it's some suing need to be going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, you can look at the bright side of it. It could be a blessing. A little boy came, and she been in a vegetative state for so long that he could be a blessing to their family. But I mean, that's neither here nor there because it's still wrong how the child came about, and it's still wrong how the patient was being violated.
That's definitely wrong. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have a will to give or right to give. But this, so in a
And
situation
how
like
many
this,
other
do you
patients
think
he
a
done
person
did
should
that
get a
too?
harsher penalty? Or what you think?
I think he should get a harsh penalty. I mean, it's wrong either way, but I mean, you taking advantage of somebody who, I mean, it's every instance of rape, so you taking advantage of somebody. But this somebody who can't even say stop, you know.
I mean,
And
but
then,
how sick can you be that you? I mean, why would you want to have sex with somebody who can't respond to you?
right, and that's why I feel like
I
that's what
just
I'm
don't.
saying with this culture that's going on. Do people feel like they just entitled to whatever they wanted, they can get it, like it's no repercussions? And then it made me think how many other women he didn't rape. He could not just been so curious that was the first lady he did that to.
No, he did it. And what I hope that people in these nursing homes is following court. You understand what I'm saying? They follow this and they're gonna start with scripture watching these people and all this because because at some point this happened. If it happened there, it's happening elsewhere. You know it.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, and they should put all of them on high alert, especially on the patients that's in a vegetative state that they feel like don't need that much care, that they really not checking on as much. I feel like that should heighten their awareness, and you need to be backgrounding these people who you hire. I mean, there's just so many levels to it. It's just despicable. It's make you feel like, okay, you just one day away from something happening. You just don't know. In the end, for it to get down to these younger boys that's raping that girls at their school and kidnapping. So it's like, okay, somebody raping them. I mean, what make them feel like they can rape somebody and kidnap them? It's like,
Do you think? I mean, they could just go back to all this bad parenting and stuff too now.
I mean, it's definitely parenting because I mean, like that girl, they got raped on live. The man is wrong. So you can't just point the blame on everybody. But if you want to get to the root of something, you're gonna go all the way back to the beginning. She should have known. I don't even want to put it like that, but in a sense, she should have been more aware of her surroundings, realizing this man feeding her drink after drink, realizing that he so strong arming her. You know what I'm saying? Like so many things, a light bulb should have went off and me like I might need to distance myself from him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But that still didn't give him the right to do what he did. But we got to be proactive to try to avoid stuff if possible. So I
Well,
mean, the hell, did she never taught that? Then you got your drink. So even if he didn't put nothing in her drink, anybody could. She got her drink all up in the air.
But not only that, he giving her the drink.
He giving her the drink, so he could have already put something in it. But he didn't put nothing in it until they was right there on the dance floor.
Like how
Because she
many
got the drink
times
in the
you
air.
get? How often will somebody just pass you a cup and you gonna drink it?
Right. But
like she had no tag about herself.
Yeah, she did. That's what I'm saying. Like
So
that part, I can think.
That may go back to parenting.
Yeah, now that part, right? I can say that's parenting. That's stuff that you should have been taught, especially if you there by yourself. Now you may get a little loose when you got a crowd with you, but when you by yourself, you're gonna be more particular. Then you gotta drive. I mean, it just
you should be on a 1 drink minimum when you're by yourself.
Exactly. I mean, it's just so many elements to it. Right. You gotta try to drive and go back home.
Don't let the man feed you. Drink after drink. At some point, you gotta say, you gotta have. Oh, he up to something.
He up to something. He staying on you all night. So even if he wouldn't try to rape, if he didn't rape her in the club, she gotta know when it was time to go. He probably gonna want her to leave with him. You know what I'm saying? It was gonna be something that he was wanting because he was doing too much the whole night.
I mean, and then are we learning from situations that's going on in a day-to-day life? That's my question. are we learning from all this stuff we see that's constantly going on? What do
Yeah.
we say? It's like this right here. Everything that go in life, you gotta see where it can help or hurt you. Everything you see in it, like how do it relate to my life? What can I do? What can I do to? You know what I'm saying? We are not learning from other people's mistakes.
Yeah, I think that's my thing. What are we learning? I mean, if you don't learn anything, you need to teach your kids when going out. Do not accept drinks from people. Yeah, that's what you see on all these movies. We're going to go to the club, try to get in free. We're going to try to get these men to buy some drinks. Well, you better stand at that bar when he ordering it and you get the drink in your hand.
Let him pay for
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Let him pay for it and they give you the drink. You know what I'm saying? Then in some instances, he was a celebrity security. You gotta watch the bartenders because they have connections with the
Such
people.
a celebrity security, and she waiting to see the celebrity. What is he doing down there with you?
Right, the whole night. Right, exactly. And then that too. So you gotta be aware of things people just telling you just so they can get close to you. So I mean, I think it's a lot of lessons that we can really learn from it, but are we really paying attention? Are we translating this information to our kids, or do we feel like, well, that's too sensitive? Oh, it's just another person that got raped. It might happen to my child, but you don't know.
Hey, look, I think sensitivity at this point, at this day and age, is out the window. We can't sit here and say, well, they too young and this. When they start doing things, it's time to have real talks with them and just be quick, blunt, and honest with them, because you rather that them to hear and be scared or something than go through something and don't know how to deal with it.
Absolutely. I agree 100% on that. I definitely agree on that. And I think that's just where it's at right now. And it's just too common. It's too common for not that it's uncommon. We've always heard people being raped and all that, but people will, and then we don't want to say about it being secretive, but you just didn't hear about it like this. And then he knowing she was on live because he was all in the camera, so he just didn't care. He felt like he had her at a place where he wanted her. He could do what he wanted to do, and nothing she could have done.
That's another thing. How stupid is you? Are you that much so drained crazy about this sex that you done forgot that you even on the camera? You done showed your face.
Right. Right.
He gotta be the dumbest man alive.
Right, the dumb criminal. I mean, why would you do that? Then she on live the whole night and you turning up with her. So I know you think no video was that long.
I mean,
it's just so many levels to it. It's just disgusting. It's totally disgusting. But
and then even though she was on live, is it not that we trying to do too much for social media that she told her trying to do it for social media that she can't even watch the signs of what's going on to her?
Now that's exactly what I wrote down. I definitely agree on that. I mean, it's really a good thing that she was on there because she got the evidence. But you're right. She was so in the midst of showing off her time and what all she was doing and how she was getting all the drinks and all this to turn up that she wasn't even aware of what was going on right with her. So yeah, we can, and that make people be desensitized too. Just like some people just scrolling past seeing us on live, and they just say, okay, they on there talking, they're not really listening. But some could very well happen while we on here. But people so used to everybody showing all their business, they not thinking about it. And then so you see a report come up saying that a girl raped on live. Then everybody go to watching and go to sharing it.
Yeah.
So it's like, are we desensitized? Does nothing bother us anymore?
I think to a certain level, it's getting to a point of people don't just have morals like they used to. You know what I'm saying? The morale is so low, man. The morale is so low. It's getting real sickening, man. It's a world that we stand in now. You kind of hate how to bring your children up in the world. It's really so you really have to stay on top of your P's and Q's. You know what I'm saying? and watch the type of person you been. And not only you can't be so secretive with people, the kids these days. You got to be honest with them.
Yeah, I mean
It,
the world is so corrupt. They got to know everything. You know, you may think they too young or whatever, but you have to expose it to them, or the world gonna overexpose it to them.
see, because if that was painted in her brain, let me tell you something. No matter, you know this now. You can attest to this. When stuff is painted in your brain so much, when you go through that situation, you gonna hear it again.
Mm-hmm.
When
Mm-hmm.
you gonna hear your parents telling you such and such. Or whoever it is that had told you and warned you about a situation, it replays in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I definitely agree.
so that's what we gotta get back to, man. Hard parenting, cause that's
Mm-hmm.
thrown out the window. Hard
Right, because ain't
parenting is
nobody taught
going
him nothing.
carry yourself like a lady. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right,
If that was
right.
in play, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't have got to that level. You see, but
Well, you can't say it really 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because she could have been being ladylike. I mean, he might not have did it on the dance floor
right,
like that, but it still could have happened. So we can never say that if you do this, then that won't happen. But
right,
it can lessen the
it can
chances of
lessen
it
the
happening.
chances. But I
Yeah,
know for
because we don't
certain,
want nobody to feel like we trying to take away from the experience that what
no,
happened to her,
mm-mm.
because it's detrimental. But I mean, you can be responsible for the way you act in the situation. You know what I'm saying? So it can possibly lessen the chances.
And you definitely, if you by yourself, you don't want to tell nobody you by yourself. Come on, man. Let's be real.
Right, right, right. And tell them about your family and different things. He could have been a killer, not on a rapist. He could have been a killer.
At some point, you gotta have some kind of guard up.
Right, right. So yeah. So I mean, any of our audience members want to chime in? Have you all seen the video? Have you all heard of any of these recent rape stories? Do you have any opinions or thoughts on this issue? Anything you think that we can change with our in the raising of our kids and letting them know about sensitive topics? So chime in if you all have any thoughts on it. But I also I want to talk about the Chris Brown rape thing. I think his thing is like totally the opposite of what we're saying. I think his rape thing is like the tear down of the black man.
Yeah.
You know. So I mean, okay, this is the total flip side of it. Yeah, he been known to do drugs. He been known he beat up his girlfriend. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna accuse him and get money. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Extortion.
I'm tarnish his reputation. You know, and
Mm-hmm.
so then stuff like that make it hard for people who really didn't sit up here and got raped.
Yeah. That's
Because
true.
people even on this girl page saying that she done did this before. She was enjoying it, and then she thought about it, so then she started saying stop. Like, how insensitive is that?
I mean, but to start with the Chris Brown situation, well, that's what they're getting taught to do, to pile on to the person when they down, We gotta
Mm-hmm.
realize that stop trying to come up off people and get there and work for it.
Right.
And then
Right.
on the opposite hand, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to be famous or in the spotlight because people never let your downfalls go. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to be anybody.
Absolutely.
People always want to go back to your past. They don't think people can outgrow their past. And that's one
Mm-hmm.
thing.
That's true.
That's one thing I hate about society. People do not let you outgrow your past a lot of times. They always want to look at you in the same light that you was when you was 17, 16, even 18 or 20 or
Mm-hmm.
21. People change,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? And that's one thing
Mm-hmm.
we have to look at. Stop trying to judge people out who they once were. People can change.
Right. Right, absolutely. I mean, to give him credit to saying, okay, well, he been working on himself. We hadn't heard none about him in X amount of years. Not let me pull him back down and cause they gonna believe because he already got a history of doing things like that. You know, it not only tarnish him, but it just make it bad for anybody who in that situation to really come forward.
And then
So
on another end,
you heard society.
with the lady, you know what I'm saying? We gotta stop going to the point where even when these type of situations come up where we trying to doubt the person so much because that's a shame because that's why we in the situation we in today because so many people felt so that people weren't gonna believe them or people were gonna shame them when they come
Mm-hmm.
forward about these rape allegations and things. And that's another reason why we at where we at today because it's been allowed to go on so much. See, that dude did that.
Right.
It could have possibly did that because somebody that taught him how to do that. Or he
Absolutely.
done seen
Absolutely.
somebody do that. Well, wherever he from, he done seen it. Now it was his
Mm-hmm.
turn to try it.
Mm-hmm.
You
Absolutely.
see what I'm
I
saying?
mean, that it has to be because you can just tell that he was building on that the whole night.
Right.
So he was gonna do something. Like I said, if he didn't do it on that dance floor, he was gonna probably try to get her going outside. He had a motive. You can tell he had a motive. And
Yeah.
we done all been to a club and seen a man or a woman or people interacting in a certain way that you know something's gonna happen afterwards. We done
Right.
all been there. So
And
I
let's be real
mean,
about today. They ain't doing all that different kind of dancing like they did back when we were really getting into that. They don't dance in the club like that no more. Come on.
right, right, right. So
So
I mean, everybody's so distracted, and it's just I don't know. It's just awful. But you're right. People not saying anything, and people not believing people allowed it to get to the point it is now. To people feel invincible.
yeah.
You know. So
And
I
that's
mean,
what
we
they
have to stop
said.
shaming folks.
These people, these people get so proudful with it that they try to do it in plain sight. They
Right,
flood it in front of
right, right. And you know what? I was reading something, and that's what they say. If you really want to get away with something, you do it in plain sight. Because we are not expecting a person to rape somebody in the middle of the dance floor.
them. Right?
You know what I'm saying? And if they think they just dancing, how they gonna know that he actually raping her, going through the act? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, you're right. And doing it in plain sight, nobody's expecting it. So if you didn't hear the video, if you weren't close enough, how would you know? And then now this part I don't know how true it is. She was in a twerking contest. I don't know if this was before the rape or after the rape. Some people saying it was after. So she could have been if it was after, she probably was in shock or whatever. But it still don't make it right for him to be able to rape her just because she went and did the twerking contest. You know, so it just I don't know. People just cruel. I think you need to be more sensitive to people when they doing stuff. Don't be so quick to judge. You weren't there. We weren't there, so we really don't know exactly what happened. But if anybody watching that video, ain't nobody gonna be saying help me or stop if they was into it.
Not
And she
like
don't know
that.
this man. Right. You ain't gonna be like that. Anybody know if somebody enjoying something or not.
That was a whole different level. And you know
Yeah,
what?
it was.
And who cares if she was in a twerk contest or not? That don't mean that she deserved to be raped.
Exactly. At the end
Everybody
of the
have
day.
fun. Everybody have fun.
Right.
That don't mean they
Yeah,
deserve to
so
be raped. I mean, God, Lee.
I'm telling you.
I
So I
just,
mean, it's wickedness out here. It's really a lot of wickedness, and we just need to pray. We need to cover ourselves. We need to cover our children because just because you know something, you assume that they know how to act or react. Apparently, they don't. So,
What?
you know,
And when it's clearly that we don't know what to do these days because all these different type of situations and study going on. You know what I'm saying?
mhm,
With the kids
mhm,
killing their parents, people raping folks.
mhm.
It's just so much going on now, man. It's sickening. It's
It's
really,
sickening.
it's just sickening, man. You
It's
know,
real sickening. Yeah, that was just really hard to even watch and consume. But I feel like if that want a red flag, you just living any kind of way. Like nothing concerns you. Because that could have been anybody, your sister, your cousin, your child,
and
you. We done
that
all been in a
that's really the key thing. If we start looking at stuff on that level, I think stuff can change.
yeah, you have to. Like that to me show that you should be woke and realizing so much that's going on. Because that just took the cake.
It took the cake and it should, like you said, it should open your eyes to don't think that it won't happen and it won't happen right there in your face.
Right, absolutely. 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 Well, it looks like our audience don't want to talk to us tonight. I think this is a heavy, heavy topic. So I hope you all take some away from it. I hope you all talk to your kids, your nieces, your cousins, anybody that's doing anything, even if they in their 20s. Just let them know. Just talk about it. Just see where their mind is with the situation because it's
And
obvious.
I wouldn't start with just the women. You need to talk to the men too and see what they
The
man
men,
is.
the men too. I think if they had on the news here, there's some I don't know if the guys was transgender or if they were gay and somebody just beat them to try to kill them. I mean, like you can judge, you can say whatever, but you shouldn't judge people. But you don't have no right to go in over here and jump on nobody and beat them trying to kill them.
Even when it's against your religion, you should
Even
not
when
judge
some
them
you
to
don't
that
agree
level.
with.
Let people can do what they want to
Right,
do now. God give us the free
right,
will, free will.
right. But if you think it's so wrong, you need to go here and try to pray for them and hope that they find something different to do. But don't go here and beat them up. I mean, what they said about you, you ain't no better than them. You just is wrong. Wrong is wrong, no matter what it is.
They're real.
So I'm just disgusted tonight, but I really wanted to talk about this. I just think it's like, how dare a person do that? I mean, raping a person anyway. How dare you? But you just gonna find this girl, this unsuspected person, drug her, and rape her right in front of
Prayed on them.
everybody.
Prayed on them.
Prayed on her all night. You know, it's just sickening. But
Man,
then it's just like the man we said he didn't pray on it. He didn't have to really pray on it, but he decided to do it. The man who raped the woman in the vegetative state, and then I know he did it more than once, even though you can get pregnant out of one time. But I know he did it more than once. He
oh,
was looking forward to going to work to do it to that lady.
and look how sick that is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So he need extensive help because there's something going on in his mind that he didn't had a whole relationship with the woman. I wasn't there and I don't know him, but I just feel like that was the case. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta be some
He
kind of
may not be.
you gotta be some kind of nutty. We do.
Yeah. He getting all into this. He ain't thinking, he can get away with he been getting away with it for so long. And everybody know, oh, I done got away with this time. I'm gonna do it one more time. Oh, I got away with it again. And he thinking in the state she in, no way she gonna end up pregnant.
I mean, like, what in your mind thought that was cool?
Right.
How did you even get yourself is getting a rose, a rise? Come on, man. A record.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, ooh, it's just sickening. Like, I mean, with so much other things going on in the world, we could find some positive to do and some positive to focus on, other than all these kind of shenanigans. Our world, we at a state of chaos right now, and it's really sad and sickening. You know.
And then another
But I
thing,
just say, talk to your kids.
yeah, we gotta check on these people in these nursing homes too, man.
Yeah, check on your people because you know there's a lot of people in nursing home. Their family don't never come and check on them. So you know, once the people working there realize ain't nobody come to check on them, they don't treat them like that. But the ones who know their kids and family come all the time, oh, they get good treatment.
Oh, they get good treatment.
Everybody know that.
So I mean, we gotta stop forgetting about people and leave them there, man. To get, you know, it's just a
Yeah,
lot, man. That situation just bring up all kind of stuff, man.
I'm
Take
telling you.
care of your
I'm
people,
telling you.
man. You know, you gotta take care of your people. You gotta look after your people. You gotta be willing to teach something. Man, you got your kids out here now. No, it's a shame on you, man.
It's a shame on you because you don't know what they're gonna encounter, and you are your child's first teacher.
Very
So if you
first.
don't equip them on how to interact in the world, not to say things would never happen, but it definitely lessens the chances of that happening. And so you know you have to hold yourself responsible and accountable.
And you got to up
So
that common sense level. You feel me? You have to up that common
absolutely.
sense level. Golly.
And you got to stop thinking. We got to stop thinking, and we don't want our kids to think that it couldn't happen to me, because you never know.
Never know.
If a person could rape you in front of everybody, it can happen to you.
The stuff will happen anywhere, man. Anywhere, any place, anytime, in the house. So you gotta stop being so comfortable and realize that it can happen to any. And we gotta stop saying what ain't gonna happen to us. It can't happen to me. You know, you say
Right,
we gotta stop that phrase. It ain't gonna happen to me. Not me. Yeah,
right,
you.
because you don't
It can
know.
happen to you just like any other person. This stuff can
Absolutely.
happen to anybody,
Mm-hmm.
anytime, any place. Put your
Right.
guard up.
Yeah.
Stop thinking just because everything free ain't good for you.
Hello. Hello. This is case in point.
You know
And
what
you
I'm
know,
saying? You looking for, I'm
yeah.
gonna turn up. I'm gonna find me a man to get me a drink. You know, he just handing you a
Mm-hmm.
drink and you drink. I mean, all this stuff is just ridiculous, man.
It's totally ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. And then, you know, we don't know how many other victims he'd have done that to. And we don't even know if they gonna catch him. Because yes, they got his name, who they think is his name, because they found him on Facebook or whatever. But I mean, what if that ain't even his name? What if he was under somebody else's name on his Facebook page? What if he gone to another state and now he, you know, doing what he did? You know what I'm saying? So now it's somebody else unsuspecting who could be his next victim.
I
So we
mean,
gotta wake up. We gotta wake up, man. It's too much. It's too much. We should not hear about no rape every time you turn around.
rape, rape is
Especially
basically,
no rape on live. When somebody raping people on live, you already know the word is gone.
you know where if they killing them on live, the rape, you knew it was on the next.
Well, that's true too. But I mean, they let you know what state the world is in.
They robbing on live, but doing high speed chases, everything is on live.
Yeah. And they make you think, like, okay, do we need that? You know what I'm saying? Are we too exposed? Are people doing anything for fame and exposure?
Of course they
You know
are,
what I'm
and it
saying?
ain't no turning back because it ain't going nowhere.
I know it's only gonna get worse. So I mean, that's why you gotta prepare your kids, your family, your friends, anybody that you come in contact with. You gotta see where their awareness is and try to help them. And if you don't know, you need to talk to somebody or get you and that person around somebody. Because if you think it's okay, then you need to get some sense about yourself. Because you know it could be at no fault of your own that you want to talk. Everybody parents didn't teach them those things, and some reason why our parents taught us stuff because they saw things happen as a result.
And
So if
another,
they had never saw anything happen, they
an-
might not have known to warn us.
like I said, we gotta stop letting stuff go on around us, and we not learning from it.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you, we gotta stop saying
Absolutely.
it can't be us. It's not me. It ain't gonna happen. I'm telling you, when you thinking like that, you more likely to it happen to you.
you become more susceptible. That's right. Because your guard is down, you open yourself up to anything happening. And it's just sad. It's totally sad. But we gonna end this video tonight. I just think we just got to both a look of disgust on our faces, but we definitely want to tackle these subjects because everything is not gonna be lighthearted and funny and enjoyable to talk about. But that doesn't mean that it shouldn't be discussed because we have to look out for one another, family, friends, associates, and all that to make sure that our community is aware of what's going on and the consequences behind it. So, I mean, if nothing else, you know, make sure your kids know how to act when they go out somewhere. Make sure, regardless of what it is, we have a lot of kids and cousins and nieces and nephews is in college. That's when you going out the most.
Yeah,
Give me
like
drinks because you ain't got no money. You're a broke college student.
so I just really hope that everybody's taking something from these situations, especially the one in the club and then the one in the nursing home, that we can help our family members in some way. This is totally sick there. But what it's showing you that it can happen to a woman in the club and a woman in the nursing home, and all in between. It's no level.
Absolutely.
It's no level.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They let you know it's going from one spectrum to the other. So everybody is susceptible. You know, nobody is nobody is I can't even think of the word, but everybody, is any of us. So just be careful, watch what you do, watch where you go, watch who you interact with, watch those who you with. Don't leave them. They said that's why I guess that's why the women I always go to the bathroom together.
Yeah.
People are predators. They're predators. So, well, I think that's enough tonight. So, any closing thoughts?
My closing thought on this topic for the night is this right here. Learn from other people's mistakes. You shouldn't always have to make a mistake to learn from. You can learn from somebody else's mistake.
Yeah, I did all that. Same. And I mean, we live in a world with people with no shame, so just be very careful of the things that you do and the place that you go. Just be careful. So if anybody's watch this live over, please still feel free to comment and give us your thoughts on this situation. Don't forget to follow our page. We will have a link below. And we'll see you all next week. This is your episode of What's Coming Out of Your Mouth. So come on, co-host with our prayer, because we sure enough need it tonight.
Oh, yeah. Let's bow our heads in prayer. Our Father which art in heaven, Lord, we come to you tonight, Father God, in a somber matter, Father God. A terrible state of our life, Father God, where people are raping one another at high rates, Father God, and no remorse for the human race, Father God. We just pray for the families that are being affected, Father God, with these situations, Father God. We just ask that you just touch them with love, because I know with compassion, because, Father God, we know that they're hurt and they're ashamed and all of the other things that they're going through when this happened to them, Father God. We just pray for their families that they can give them the proper help that is needed in these situations, the support, Father God. We just pray for everybody who's going through those situations. But, Father God, we're praying for these perpetrators, Father God, the ones who are doing these things. Father God, I pray that their moral level can come up more high, Father God, but we can stop reaching so low to do things that are so disgusting that it's just out of reach, Father God. I just pray that this world can become a better place, and we can learn to love ourselves, Father God, because we love ourselves. We wouldn't even do anything like that, Father God. I just pray for everybody who has to put their family in nursing home, Father God, that they continue to check on them, Father God, and you continue to make them way to get over there and see about their people, folks. Father God, I just pray for these situations. I pray that nursing homes become more accountable, Father God, that they do what they have to do and watching these people while they're in there. Father God, I pray that the world become a more corrective world, that when we see something going wrong, that we will stop it no matter if it's got nothing to do with us. That we just say that we don't
Yes.
believe it and we won't stand for it and it won't happen on our watch, Father God. I pray that we
Yes.
become people who help a person who's in need when they're in need, Father God. And if you
Yes,
say
Lord.
you're a child of God, that you'll help a person when they down. Because sometimes, Father
Yes.
God, it's got to be us, the one who's standing in the gap for the person who can't stand in the gap for themselves, Father God. I just pray
Mm.
tonight that this stuff has become to mute, Father God, that it can just get out of the way it won't exist anymore. But Father God, we know
Yes.
that it's not, it will, because you give us the free will and somebody gonna take the will to do wrong, Father God.
Mm-hmm.
So I just pray for these people in these situations, the ones who think it won't happen to them, that they'll open their mind and they'll just get something from watching a show like this, Father God, and to realize that it's them today, Father God, but it could be us tomorrow, Father God. So I just pray that this stuff will just come down, some level, Father God, and love can flow from heart to heart, and we can enter people to know what Jesus is, who Jesus is, Father God, and we can learn a better way. These blessings I ask in your
Yes,
son
God.
Jesus' name tonight, man.
Amen. 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 All right. But we want to thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next week, hopefully on our regular scheduled day on next Tuesday. And don't forget to put comments down below if you are watching the replay of this video. If you want to leave us in the comments, or you can go to our page and send us messages if something that you think you would like for us to discuss. And that is all. Hope you all have had a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Good night.
Deuces.